Hey guys, today I'm going to be unboxing the Premium Bandai HGUC Pale Rider ground heavy equipment type. So if you guys don't know, recently this kit was provided to me by my sponsor MindFenix Hobby Store as a one of the prizes in the giveaway, the Gunpla posing contest that I was doing, and the contest has now been finished, and the winner, one of the winners, has chosen this kit for his prize. But before I send it to him, he has agreed to let me unbox it and show it to you guys first. So I'll be showing you guys the unboxing now, but I won't be able to do like any review for the kit, as after unboxing it I need to send it to its rightful owner. So anyway, thank you to him for letting me unbox it and share it with you guys. And let's go ahead and get started with that. And I guess should also take this time to thank my sponsor MindFenix Hobby Store again for supplying the kit to me, and then also to the winner of the kit. Anyway, so very new release here. It just came out this year, 2015. I think a lot of people really like it. There's definitely a lot to like with this kit. It's definitely a very unique, cool kit. It's like a GM, but it's like really powerful, I think. Well, actually it's not a GM, we can see it's a RX, but it is like very GM in its design. I don't know, so it's a unique design anyway, that's to be sure. It basically looks like a sort of really souped up GM. It's from the video game Gundam Side Story Missing Link. I don't know, some game that I've never played and probably will never play, so I'll never really see this in action unless I look up some YouTube videos. But if any of you guys have played, I mean, let me know how it is. I don't know. I think the last video game that I played was Dynasty Warriors Gundam 3, I think it was. Anyway, really fun game, but just don't really play games that often anymore. So, going around on the box, like all p-bandai stuff, we've just got very simple box art here on the side. Well, not all, I suppose. There are some exceptions. I just have to cover my ass because people will say, no, there's that box, it was different. Anyway, so of course not all p-bandai boxes are the same, but the majority of them have this very simple design here on the side. You can see the list price is 1,800 yen for this kit. Very reasonable when you consider that's pretty much the price of a normal HG. Then here on the side we've just got the front box art repeated again. Let's go ahead and get this open up. Not a whole lot in here, it's pretty a simple kit, but it does have quite a lot of weapons. So first bag there, we can see a very big, very multicolored sticker sheet there with a lot of stuff. We can see some beam effect parts here, some gray and a light blue parts for the pieces. And then a second bag is a tiny little bag here with clear red and clear greenish blue piece there. And then a third bag looks like there's our weapons as well as polycaps, and then some more weapons. So it's going to be a pretty simple kit, it looks like. Not a whole lot to do there, but as we can see from this image here on the front of the manual, it's definitely really cool looking. So this is just the very typical HGUC style manual here with the nice stats here and armaments and all of that. A nice big photo of the painted finished kit here, looking very cool, all armed up to the teeth. And then here on the back, Hades. I'm not really sure what that has to do with anything. I'm guessing that maybe because it has this it's sort of like a exam mode where like the cameras are red, so I'm guessing it's something related to that, but again, I'm not familiar with the story enough to be able to tell you for sure. I'm guessing it's something like that, like the exam mode in the Blue Destiny kits. And then here just a small picture of the rear view, and then here's just a bit about the Pale Rider itself, and then a bit about the Momosu Gundam side stories, where this is coming from. So there we can see some really cool artwork there. It would have been nice if we had a larger version of that artwork. And then here is the color guide. We can see that we do have optional colors here. Again, it says Hades for these two colors. I guess these are the normal colors, and then if you want to have the Hades mode, this is what it's supposed to look like, including this gold color that's supposed to be in some of the events. There's some little reference photos there for you for that if that's what you want to do. Opening it up, here's a little bit more information here. It's going to have some more information about the Gundam. Then there's those more photos about that from the game and then of the model itself. And then just picture here with that big 180mm cannon, the spiked shield, and then just some more cool detail shots and action shot there. Let's get to the parts list. And I imagine we're going to be using most everything we've got here. As we can see, first few runners, no X's. D runner is that clear piece that you're going to be choosing which one you want to use. And then all the weapons, using all of that. And it's just going to be a handful of polycaps that we're going to have left over when it's all said and done. So going through with the construction here, it's going to be showing you, again, if you want to have the Hades mode or whatever it is, there you can choose which stickers or which D clear piece you want to use, depending. So that's just all going to be in the head there, your options for that. And then moving on to the arms, we've got the shoulders here and arms. Very simple design. I'm not sure, I believe though some of these runners are probably older runners from an older kit. I'm not exactly sure which one at the moment. I couldn't say. I'll have to see when we take a closer look at the runners. Finishing up the upper body and then moving on to the feet and the legs and putting all that together. Then finishing up the legs and the lower body, putting all that together, putting everything all together, and then on our color page is going to be, if I can get it turned around here, the color page is going to be just the weapons. So the shield, you can see a lot of stickers on there, and then just our weapons are going to be pretty simple, just HG weapons. So these missile pods are just going to be just two pieces, and pod doors don't open to actually show the missiles, sadly. And of course the beam rifle, just very short, a couple little pieces there. It's a couple pieces for the 180mm rifle, cannon I should say. And then just a little bit about how to pose and use that folding. So that's really cool. That's a folding. It doesn't actually fold, looks like. You just have to take it apart. So it's kind of like a part swapping fold on that cannon. Sadly, it doesn't actually fold up. But again, there's far worse fates. So let's go ahead now and take a closer look at the runners. Alright, so first things first is our almost ridiculously huge foil sticker sheet that we've got here. You can see just all sorts of these white and gold and black and red stickers here. And then for the eyes and cameras on the head, we can see we've got the two different options, whether you want just the kind of bluish green, just normal color, or the Hades red color there. So you've got your two different options for that if you're not just gonna paint it, you know. And then SB13 for our beam saber effect parts, just kind of really standard beam sabers here, 2013 version of our beam saber effect parts. And then a big polycap runner, PC001, would make you think that this is a kind of older HG, but actually all the runners are brand new. I'll talk about that momentarily. But we can see that there's going to be a lot of polycaps involved, but if you remember from the manual, there are quite a few that are going to be left over, so we won't actually be using all of these. So runner A is going to be a big runner here with the majority of all of the armor parts here in this very light blue, sort of a pale blue. I guess you could say a little bit of sort of the namesake for the Pale Rider. I don't know if there's any connection with that, but I think you could say that with it being in this pale blue color. A lot of really cool parts on here, some cool designs on the mobile suit. It's definitely got a lot of cool features to it. Looks like it's going to be a really, really nice kit when it's all done. Surprisingly to me, I thought that some of the runners might not be new, but all of them are new, as all of them are marked with HGUC 1144 Pale Rider. Pale Rider. Anyway, so yeah, everything with this kit is actually new. It almost sort of makes you wonder if this was ever planned as like just a normal release and then was changed to p-bandai. I think that's a suspicion that we sometimes have, although I don't know if that's really ever actually the case. I think it seems like that maybe sometimes, but I think Bandai probably has their plans worked out well enough that that's never actually really the case. It's just a really nicely made premium Bandai kit. Runner B is going to be in this really dark navy color. These are going to be the kind of a secondary color for the kit, making up the parts for the feet, size of the legs, the torso, and the backpack. Here are some of those parts. Runner C is going to be all of our kind of joint and detail sort of parts. So it's just in this light gray color. Sort of wish this was a little bit darker shade of gray, sort of the normal gray. This is a little bit lighter than normal. So not really the best looking shade of gray in my opinion, but it is definitely some nice parts on there, so that's the important thing. And once again, for runner D, we've got two different versions, whether you want to have just the normal mode or the Hades version, so you can choose whether you want this clear visor piece to be in either this bluish green color or the kind of reddish pink color, depending on whichever option you want to choose. And runner E is going to be just the darker gray. This is darker than the previous gray that we had, so it's good that there's going to be a difference here, but I kind of wish that this is the color that would have gone with for the joint parts, but oh well. Anyway, here's going to be obviously our main part for the shield, and then the parts for the beam rifle. We can see the shield, it's looking pretty nice. It's a sort of different kind of version of like the 8th MS team, that version of the shield, like the Ground Gundam shield. So it's very reminiscent of that anyway. And then the last but certainly not least is the F runner. This is back to that same dark blue color, so a little bit off-putting that the big 180mm cannon is going to be in the same navy blue color as the parts of the mobile suit. It's kind of not really great. It would have been nice if there were two different colors for the weapons and the mobile suit themselves. But again, just some paint on there and you'll be good to go anyway. So here we've got some more parts for the shield, as well as the parts for the missile pod on there as well. We can see this runner is actually marked slightly differently, as well as the E runner. I forgot to mention about that as well. You can see this is marked with the same marking, HGUC 1144 scale Pale Rider. But then the marking after that is a bunch of kanji, and I have no idea what that says. I'm guessing I don't know, something related to the title of the game, about the missing link, something. I don't know. If any of you guys can read kanji, maybe let me know what that says in the comments below. So that's it for unboxing the Premium Bandai HGUC Pale Rider. It looks like a really cool kit. Not a whole lot in there, but it's the quality over quantity, I think, in this case, as it's definitely a really cool, unique design. And it's Premium Bandai, so it's going to be limited as well. So again, congratulations once again to the winners of the kit, and thank you once again to MindFenix Hobby Store for supplying the kit. Thank you guys for watching, and with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. See you guys. Bye-bye.